Hello everyone and welcome to the Secret Stage Game News for February 11th, 2016. I am your host, Jared, and I'm ready to do some news. First, two stories out of the rumor category. First, McFarlane Toys has said that they're working on figures and statues for Titanfall 2. However, EA says that while McFarlane Toys will be making products based on Titanfall, there are no plans for a Titanfall 2. We're not sure if this was a leak or a mistake, but either way, it's fun for speculation. Also on the rumor mill, after SNK completes King of Fighters 14, they will be working on a Samurai Showdown game that will be released in 2017. As Samurai Showdown is hugely popular, especially in Japan, where it is called Samurai Spirits, it isn't a surprise to think that SNK would want to make that franchise revitalized for modern times. Hopefully we'll get some actual news and screenshots for that game very soon. A few stories about a couple new games that are in the works. Hasbro and Space Ape Games, the people who brought you Rival Kingdoms, have teamed up and announced a Transformers RTS. The game will be called Transformers Earth Wars. It will be on mobile. You can play as either Autobots or Decepticons, and the game will feature the Gen 1 voice talent for several of the characters. I'm not sure how an RTS would really work in the Transformers universe, but I am very curious to see how this game will come together. Also, new wilderness survival game, The Flame in the Flood, has been announced for Xbox, PC, and Mac. The game is developed by former Halo and BioShock team members. The story takes place in a semi-post-apocalyptic Earth, but the kind of post-apocalypse where nature just takes over everything once more, and you need to survive while following this river to wherever it goes. They've been kind of vague on the story. Check it out if you can find the trailer. It's a really different kind of game with a throwback, isometric style, and dark humor. Mode 7 Games has announced that they're working on Frozen Synapse 2. I love Frozen Synapse. This is an awesome game, and I can't wait for a sequel. The new game is going to be open world, as opposed to the first one, which was very, very linear in its missions. We'll see how it turns out. Sword Coast Legends will be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. It will have all of the DLC, and from what I can tell, it'll run for about $20. A really great deal for those of you who love D&D type games. There's been a lot of rumors about something big coming out for Sonic's anniversary year, and Sega has announced a Sonic movie is in development. It will be a mix of live action and animation, just like the hit movies The Smurfs. Oh, crap. Oh, and the Chipmunks. Oh, crap. And Yogi Bear. Ah, crap. I'm sure there's some good examples of animation mixed with live action, aside from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but none are really coming to mind. Oh man, I hope this movie doesn't suck. Speaking of extra media related to games, the first episode of Hideo Tube is out. This is where Hideo Kojima talks about stuff. The video is 45 minutes long and subtitled because Hideo Kojima speaks Japanese, and you can find it pretty easily. Check it out. He talks about movies in this episode. It's kind of cool if you just want to get a view into Hideo Kojima's life. On the development side of things, XCOM 2 players have reported problems with frame rate and graphical glitches. 2K is already working on them and is keeping in contact with everyone via the forums. If you're a player of XCOM 2, expect a patch very soon. Mobile game developer Zynga has reported some financial issues. A loss of $117 million last year, down 11% in terms of revenue. Some of this has been blamed on their recent restructuring and the various layoffs that they've made, and they believe that this year will be a better year because spending on mobile games has increased, even though players on mobile games have decreased. Capcom has been announcing some new Street Fighter V content. Several updates will be occurring after launch, adding in new modes. This will also be followed up in March with the addition of a game store and even more extra modes. The game store is where you can buy unlockable things for your characters in-game, thus not having to pay for DLC, which is kind of nice. Of course, the DLC characters, which we talked about earlier, beginning with Alex, and the cinematic story mode that we announced earlier, which will be coming in June. This seems really great. Capcom's giving a lot of what might be free DLC and updates to make Street Fighter V the game it should be. Really odd that they're not releasing the game with everything put together. What the hell, Capcom? Release the damn game when it's completed. Who cares if you had to delay it a month or two? Better to have the full game come out than have to get it piece by piece. Okay, I'm finishing the news on something that makes me kind of excited, and definitely will make Miguel's head explode. Destiny 2 is coming in 2017. In addition to that, They've also announced another large expansion will be coming out later this year. The expansion is expected to be as robust as The Taken King, even though that was supposed to be the last major DLC. Hopefully Destiny 2 will have a much more robust game and a lot more character options so that people like me, who weren't particularly impressed with the game, will jump into it so they can play with their friends. But who knows, maybe it'll just be yet another RPG-esque shooter. That's the news. Thank you for listening, and as always, please like, subscribe, and share the links all over the net so everyone can hear me talk about the news. And as always, check us out on Twitch and Hitbox under the Secret Stage name. Those links are always in our show description. You can find all our shenanigans on Twitter at SR_Secret Stage, and all my shenanigans on Twitter as well at Jared the Greek. Until next time, my name is Jared, and that's the way the news goes.